Hey, what's up, guys? C-Stacks here with a special deck tech for you today. I am joined today by the New York Minute's very own Burt.
What's up, YouTube anchor? It's your boy, Black Hurricane. Let's get right into business.
Alright, so today we're looking at a Quarantine Cup exclusive deck profile from Burt. This is his round 3 and 4 for Fox Sake deck. So this is a Fox-only format. If you guys haven't been paying attention to the Quarantine Cup or anything, this format is we played this for round 3 and 4 of the online Quarantine Cup, which is being played over Skype, Discord, Zoom, Facebook Messenger, whatever. And this format, you can mix photographic and illustrated cards, but you can only play Fox properties. So that includes the Alien battles, the Predator battles, the Buffy battles, and the X-Files battles. And you can mix those cards across universes. So Burt decided to play the Master for these rounds, and you went 2-0 with the same Master list both weeks. Is that right?
I did, yeah. It was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and run down this list, and you can tell us why you landed on this, kind of what your thought process was approaching the format, because it is such a different format than we played in the past, and you can just kind of give us the whole shebang. This is the Master. I wonder if maybe I should just read off what the Master does for... Let's run down the list first, and then we'll do that. The list is... Obviously, it's the Master. I said that a million times. We have 4 Vrice, 3 Primordial Ice Worm, 4 Call, 4 Albert Tanner, 4 Kane, 4 Dana Scully, 3 Power Loader, 4 Keys, 2 Golem, 2 Perfect Organism, and 2 Ghost. Plot twists are 4 Demonic Cruelty and 4 Expect the Unexpected. Plot twists 4 blue, 4 yellow, 4 Hellmouth, and 4 X-Files. Let's see if I can pull up what the Master does real quick. Alright, so the Master is a Forces of Darkness main character, I believe is the actual name of the team. He is a 1/5, 6 health at level 1. He's got build, green, put a vitality counter on a face-up vampire supporting character on your side. We are in the final days is his level up condition, level up 7 at the start of your build phase. The Master gains XP equal to the total remaining health among supporting characters on your side. And then at level 2, he still has that green power. And then he has You Are Destined to Die. Main, blue, blue, yellow, yellow. Choose a main character at the end of their 3rd turn, starting now, KO them. So go ahead and tell us about your deck and why you landed on Master and kind of how you approached this strange format.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the Master himself. That green ability sucks. But he has an inevitable win con, and that's what I was looking at. And I just remember I want to play the Master. So about 20 cards are automatically slotted in. I knew I needed blues, yellows, Hellmouth, and Kane. Kane was a big reason why I was able to win. You have so much reach when you're not like actively looking for cards or like you're hoping you can draw your locations. And then Demonic Cruelty, because that's a fine cover on the photo side. It's team specific, but it gets you out of some trouble. At some point, I decided, you know what? I probably have to play Albert Tanner because he has 3 printed health. So the line of Reese into Cancer Man would level you up on 3. And if your draws line up, you can just cast Prepare to Die, and you win the game. I managed to play against Harrigan prior to the round 3 starting, and I knew that I had a big hole against aggro, really sophisticated aggro. I was expecting Harrigan with miniguns, and I was expecting Buffy with combi stick, and those you can win, but it's really tight. It's like a half turn difference. So Scully and X-Files came in, and that actually won me my round 4 against Mr. Black. The Perfect Organism and Ghost are kind of random. Power Loader is give or take. I really liked Call because she served as a plot twist and a potential 2/2 with 3 life if things got real bad. And I'm happy with how it came out. Keys was kind of random. Golem was actually the last 2 cards added into the deck because I figured it would save me a turn against aggro if I cast Doom on them, but they're still managing to get through. I didn't know that it would be a potential out to the mirror at the time, and that actually got used against me in round 3. But overall, it was a good time. I'm happy with how the deck came out.
Yeah, my favorite thing in here is the Power Loader, which I love that card. Power Loader on Master seems hilarious to me.
He's a 10-12. It's hard to crack into him, especially if you have expect the unexpected. It did its damage, and like Ghost getting it for, I don't have to talk about Ghost, man, but
Coming down as
oh,
what, an 11-12?
yeah, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Kane from the Illustrated universe into Master seems like a huge addition to the deck.
Yeah,
To make that. Yeah.
Kane is why I won games, 100%. I won games because I was actually able to get double blue, double yellow in a reasonable time.
So what were your matchups you said in rounds 3 and 4?
Round 3, I played the Master Mirror, which was against Ryan Roper. Shout out to him. He had a lot of there were a lot of similarities, but where we separated was Scully and X-Files. Instead, he played Bishop and Wayland Utani Complex. So he was like all in on like flashing in Bishop, playing Cancer Man, and like leveling on the spot. But he also played basic Earths, and that's where the deck was hurt. It felt like, because his Kane, a couple of times he cast a Kane and got an Earth instead of a yellow or blue. The game would have been way different if he had not played the Earths, I'll say.
Yeah.
The cool thing though is once you cast Prepare to Die with the Master, your yellows are freed up. So that's why the Perfect Organism made a lot of sense to me, and he did his damage too. I do remember playing him and getting the yellow ability off, but he played Golem. I remember him playing Golem, and I had to play around Golem and Molder. Molder's phenomenal, and he moldered my Golems away. So if I couldn't beat Molder, then I would have just lost because I didn't have my out. But it was a cool game, man. Round 4, I played against Mr. Black. The problem that I had, and how I knew that I was able to get away with this deck, is it seems as though, for Fox's sake, the aggro decks can only generate about one good combat a turn, and if you block it, you're gonna win, right? Except for Harrigan, because if you slap miniguns on him and he does the green ability, like, it gets way out of hand. But against Mr. Black, I knew, hey, if I block these combi stick attacks and I manage to keep his board small, or I think I even crashed all my guys in after I cast Prepare to Die on him, there was just nothing he could do, and he didn't even level, and it kind of felt like a bully beatdown. But I knew what I was doing against aggro, and I managed to get 3 Scullys off, even just like not giving him any mercy, and he died in 3 to Prepare to Die.
So why do you think Master ended up being one of the more popular decks in the format? Do you think he's oppressive? And then what are your thoughts on the format in general?
He's okay, so he's definitely not oppressive. You can just lose, and there are some direct outs. Robert Patrick Modell screws you over, and if he turns gold before you do, like, he can steal your Master, Prepare to Die for free, targeting the Master, and like, you can't win from there because you'll always be one full turn away from winning. There was also, like, I'm surprised nobody was doing Buffy combi sticks. Buffy with combi sticks can win the race. Harrigan was really close. Harrigan's why I played Scully. And then, yeah, there's definitely some things you can approach. I think people played him just because he was like a major out to like Ghost and Warnoff's Ripley. When I first was looking at decks I wanted to play, one of the first things that came up to me was Xenomorph Ambusher with COS for the control stall decks, and Bark Bros too, to some extent. But like, you didn't want to play against that because you couldn't win, right? They always had their stuff. There's very little outs. I think Baby Williams, Self-Destruct, and Net Launcher could get you out of that. But overall, you didn't want to be there. So I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to play something that has an inevitable win con. and all I have to do is block combats down low. And it seems as though a lot of people were on the same thing.
Cool. And so what are your thoughts on the For Fox's Sake as a format?
Oh man, let's see. I believe that when you smash those boxes together, what happens is photo mains, so the Buffy and X-Files mains, it looks like they get a lot more out of it than the illustrated ones. I do remember seeing Lone Gunman a lot, but I think Kane over there on photo with like Buffy or the Master, Bark Bros, I think that ends up being a lot better than like Harrigan with like golems, or like, because the up top of photo isn't good enough to put in an illustrated deck. But just the key pieces that you really, really needed, right? Kane, Ghost was phenomenal. Like even Ghost into like a COS to set up for the next turn, that seems insane to me. So there was just a lot more for photo to gain, in my opinion. And Predator mains, I thought they would be outstanding, but they took a lot of losses to like Buffy and stuff. So I think if we were to continue, I do think Master would have gotten phased out eventually, but I do think that the format would have still been dominated by Fox photo mains.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's definitely a format that I'm interested with experimenting with further in the future. It's interesting. It kind of the opposite thing happened this week as opposed to the first two rounds, where it got more diverse once people had information, as opposed to the reverse with the Cosmic Power format, which got less diverse when people had information, which is an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you went 2-0 with this deck, which makes you 2-2 in the Quarantine Cup. So you're the comeback kid.
The comeback kid. Yep. Oh man. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited for Ladies Night. I've had some experience. I've won a Ladies Night event in the past, and there's some things that leave a sour taste in your mouth about Ladies Night, but we'll see what happens with that. We also, the last time I played this event, we didn't have Rogue, and we didn't have some of the cards we have now, so we'll see what happens in terms of diversity with that.
Yep. So stay tuned for that. We're going to try to do this every other round. I'm going to try to feature a deck that was played in the format. I might go back and pick a Cosmic Power format deck to feature as well. Other than that, check out the channel for more Quarantine Cup content. Check out the New York Minute. Will be in the description. And thanks for sharing your deck with us, Burt.
No problem, man.
All right. See you guys next time.
Peace.